Ну что ж, всем привет. Сегодня буду записывать ивент Genshin. Я наконец-то до него дошел. Потому что, можно сказать, я был занят несколько дней, так что приступим проходить ивент. Сначала, конечно, сюжетку буду проходить, а потом уже сами испытания там игры. Так, ну что ж, погнали. Опа.
Looks like you're having fun. What's the occasion this time?
Oh, do I spy a traveler and a Paimon? We were just talking about you. This is more serendipitous.
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. I can see it in your eyes. Excellent! I knew I could. What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or something...
We were talking about one certain traveler and how two's company, but three's a crowd, as the inseparable duo tour around Tibet, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they brave the lakes and...
Look it just gets worse and worse.
Это же вроде ее на этот всех вечеров.
Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds... Correct! It's a poetry gala. And Mondstadt, do you still remember the promise I made to the distinct...
Oh, something about writing poetry?
That's right. At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. And now, I've finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace. In the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the neighbor...
Bit of a weird name.
Liwa's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, it'll be Putao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liwa.
Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most...
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved. Oh, Paimon, sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, wind...
Oh, looks like someone's got a knack for this.
Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the
Looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or 2.
Huh?
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
I already told you, I'm not going.
Xiao, you're here too!
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am,
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spite, and you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch the party from it, but at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun.
Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
I'll consider it.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Quite a few of your...
Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you.
Gotcha! We'll be on our way then!
Сюда, блин.
Wow, it's so lively! Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces. Let's go say hi.
Well, look who's here. This...
Hey, Shincho and Chanya are here.
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted...
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Sure.
Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she's super.
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted.
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation.
Huh? What investigation?
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing.
Okay.
Кто еще был? Мигель. Диона. А еще этот.
Diona! Traveler in Paimon? I didn't expect to see. Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing. You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Of course I hate it, but it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation. Huh? How do you figure? All I need to do is add some gruesome. Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite. Huh. Just you wait. I ain't about to mess this up. Are you gonna write some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before, but I've never. You should join in. It'll be fun. Fine, if I have time.
Oh, it's the Traveler in...
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it's
Representatives? We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue, but... I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all...
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also...
What? No, please don't.
Why does it feel like these two could keep this up all day?
Anyway, Master Jane did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here and get involved. But I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll...
I actually have the same concern.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too.
Really? In that case, we'll try our...
Perhaps. The challenge of writing poetry is a rite of...
Paimon wouldn't go... But anyway, no backing out now.
Sure. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Да.
Poems and melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright
Benches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously
welcome one and all to this festival of poetry, jointly organized.
Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry We're your hosts, Liyue's verse-monger of the darkest alley.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist. The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations.
So if you're here, you're our guest. So
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all.
To help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully prepared. Let's get right to it. The first theme... Solving riddles, huh? Interesting.
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the...
And with that, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry...
Okay.
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky? Is it talking about some kind of bird?
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area, and it's flying really high.
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon! Oh, it looks like I still...
It's nothing, really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue...
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition,
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it.
What's something that flies high and far?
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that dandelion...
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception of the poem, then perhaps there are no wrong answers.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, the guessing's all a part of the fun. Let's go look at the next one.
Oh, yes. I want to see if there's any monster.
This one says... Oh, this handwriting. I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and... Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one. Is there...
Oh, Paimon, you have to look past the surface level meaning.
Huh? So if you can...
Xingqiu just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Oh, so this is Xingqiu's riddle!
This festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try.
Hey, not bad! So, buddy...
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be...
Meaning...
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump...
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps... Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right? Ha! At least you're nice to Paimon!
Then I look forward to seeing...
Ha! Prepare to get...
Надо, можно ко всем подойти, да? Или нет? Нет.
Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle... Let's start by reading a few more of... On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a passionless face, I greet... is this talking about some kind of animal? It's a chair. Huh? Diona, how did you guess it so quick? No, of course I didn't write it. The answer just popped. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time. So they shouldn't use them to sharp... Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a... Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon's just... Maybe I should try to come up with one, too. All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diona,
Yes.
nah, no need. I don't really care. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's... Sure, have fun.
Hey, looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling. Gather round. Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for if your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point.
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's not too far-fetched.
That's right. Now,
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh.
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. I have four.
They drew Shinchos.
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone.
You brat.
Even without the author coming forward, and while I'm no expert in exotic...
But eating pizza makes you happy. Okay, Paimon admits she may have... Maybe it's some other kind of food. If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time. What is it? Have you got it? Huh? Oh, gotcha! Bucks! The answer is bucks!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that.
Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer.
Huh? So the answer was books? Oh, not...
We're awesome at this! Oh, what Paimon meant...
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage...
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas.
Mika, please go ahead. As a full knight of Favonius,
No, how could I?
my answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides,
No, I didn't.
How gracious and considerate our fellow competitor. How about both of you say your answer at the same time?
oops, I didn't realize we'd made such a...
Oh, crud. I guess, so, Noelle,
Yes, let's.
Cecilia.
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peak. Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer,
I can't believe I was wrong.
Is the answer Genshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude.
Correct. I wrote this one. Jingxin is the right...
No! Shinjo got it before Paimon.
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. They definitely... So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends from Really? Oh, thank you so much.
well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees...
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already. Yeah, you're...
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? What's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there?
That's Paimon's. They picked Paimon's riddle. Yay! What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too...
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously...
What? No way! Well...
The answer is Paimon.
What?
It's Paimon.
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
No! You're all completely wrong!
Paimon, do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of...
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea.
Glug, glug, glug. Wait. Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer again? No! You're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber!
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle actually describes Paimon more accurately. In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to...
Huh? What do you...
The traveler's companion and talkative guide. A praiseworthy
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part? You think so cute? Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle...
Great! And with that, the...
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon... didn't Changyu mention he was investigating some... Hey, you two!
Oh? Hi, Paimon. You know,
Oh, are you collecting your prize right
I am indeed. Though, if you really want it,
Seriously? What?
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass, you can keep it.
are you sure? In that case, I'll go.
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service.
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean, we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for.
Oh, yeah.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition...
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground.
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghost.
Perhaps I should just explain it. Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught it was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon, but none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it,
You're sure it's not a ghost or spirit?
quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body. And if it's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyone else would have Besides, we're making up for it now by doing our...
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle Chung?
Why don't you take a guess first,
Oh, that...
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liwei would call... How about this? We can...
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we write poetry?
Close. Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me...
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over toward...
Ну чё так быстро? Ебать музончик. Это уже сами ивенты. Так, ну это мини-игры. И сюжетка сама шумка. Так, это у нас книжка. Так, ну что ж, как я говорил, сначала сюжетка, потом сами игры. Так, ладно. Погнали. Ждите. Окей.
Wow, everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry.
heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky in the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an
inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in this, of course, to all our friends, old and new. Please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the...
Так, ну что ж, я надо пойти ненадолго, так что сейчас...
Traveler, can you round up Singcho, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? I have a
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into. And now we're imposing my business on...
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of...
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients. Just think of it like an outing with friends.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their will.
All right. In that case, thank you all very much.
Now, how about we split into 2 groups for the day?
You mean to cover more ground?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of... If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk,
That's true. But
why don't we draw lots?
Yeah! That'll make...
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd? And I can't think of it.
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to go
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go...
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Xingqiu, Mika, and Noelle in the other.
What a relief.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
I don't...
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone. See you all.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If...
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? So fluffy. All right. Miss Diona, is there some
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Sure. Then, everyone, follow me.
Заебись. Здорово. Так, 2 глава. Так, ну, мне нужно случиться, так что... Я пойду. Так, я вернулся. Сюда.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere.
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
Train? Like how knights train for
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue,
exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but it's a pity. I've never...
Chongyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil spirits run and hide. Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus of Lim. An adeptus? Wow. Hello, Mr. Adeptus.
Just call me Shao.
So, are you here to train too?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. That's why I'm here. I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and
I'm really sorry.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should come. There's no one else around here anyway, so you don't need to worry.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcising evil spirit.
fine.
See seems like this Adeptus is pretty shy. Or maybe Team Changyun has a new member! Yay!
What? When did this become my team? Now that Adeptus...
Don't overthink it! Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find... Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather... I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire. Is that true?
Uh-huh. I'm...
Really? Perfect! Let's go...
What the...
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
One with my blade.
Okay, this should be enough.
Diona, you seem really committed to,
What? No, never! I hate alcohol. When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly. Sometimes, so, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how awful alcohol...
is it...
Yeah, because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't woken up to the truth of how bad alcohol...
But, how is that possible? If...
Are you calling me a liar? Well, if you don't believe me... Just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going to add those
If her claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution of some kind.
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless...
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to any... Don't worry. There isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base.
Surely there's no way this can possibly... Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh.
Changyan drank his too.
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of... And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure...
That's right. Slimes are absolute... Oh, I failed again. But wait.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more.
Все, понесло человека.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe I let...
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such a...
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about your drink.
Who'd have thought it? Diona and... Xiao?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
Что-то казах. Я забыл, как его зовут даже.
You can see that from over here? Oh yeah, right on the...
Я забыл, как это... Блядь, себе. Сука, я забыл, как его зовут.
There's a poem written on it.
The Paimonsi!
что напоминает.
It sounds like the author is...
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. It makes no sense to me.
That's true. I've heard Singcho say when there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before it.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery poet was probably... You think? Then, should we...
But we don't know who wrote it. How can...
Why not go upstream?
Upstream? Why?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have... This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream...
Cool! Aw, this is so... But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way.
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and... Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet? Ooh, great! Now give it here and...
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss I have little talent for.
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Merrily, merrily down the...
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and we need to get...
Okay, let's go! Uh-huh. What's this? You two having a private chat?
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in vain.
Что у нас в другой команде? По-моему, в Маштаде был, да? Нет, еще было.
The scenery here is quite beautiful.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pitch the tent.
It's an inspiration walk. There's...
Okay. Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area is safe.
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's the foundation of all operations while out...
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. Am I? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk.
Very well. Then leave the camp to me.
Timmy.
So, Singcho, do you, go on inspiration walks often?
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home. So I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh! Over there! Firewood!
Класс. Я на нем не играл, я не знаю, что.
Outlines ready. Engaging. Let me lead you away.
Let's keep going, team!
No, my sword!
Final warning!
Хитрого и одна палка. Ошибись.
With this wood and the food I brought along, we can definitely put together a...
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival. I'll give you that.
Thanks. I was on an expedition with the Grandmaster of the...
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure novel, charging across...
What? If I really run into a powerful enemy...
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on... As long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest, no matter...
That all sounded pretty profound.
Hello? Are you okay?
Oh,
Вот это палатка, блин. Фига себе палатка, блин.
You're back! Did everything go smoothly? Do you need a cloth to wipe the sweat?
no need, thanks. All Noelle, your cooking is amazing.
Truly astounding. I never imagined it was possible to enjoy...
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me. Add in whatever fruit...
By sneaking out, you...
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like...
But if you get caught, won't you get...
So, just don't get caught.
Huh. Anyway, did anything interesting come up while you were out...
Well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's definition...
Huh?
You're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road? You cut it...
Oh? Sounds like she has both a heroic spirit.
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do. Find...
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts.
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observed...
So, we have to connect our internal world with the...
Exactly. But that's just... Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by...
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. Why don't we go say hi?
Она разве не океанит? Или как зовут таких существ? Вроде это же не человек.
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk too?
Да, она не человек вроде.
Yes. Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Xing...
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun. I'm Kelly Rowick.
So, Miss Caliroe, are...
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me. It was uniquely evocative.
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here and there from chatting.
Amazing. So you're a...
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic?
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so...
Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue for tonight?
Huh? Are you...
We can walk and talk. Perhaps the mingling of ideas...
I'd personally like to hear Miss Callie Rowe's couplet. I'm sure I can...
Well, if you're... Woohoo! The first team is back.
Huh? The others have yet to return.
Come on! Let's hurry!
Just how far did you all go?
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. 1.
We made it! Paima gets tired if she has to fly too fast. Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Paima... Sounds like someone needs to... Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were...
Indeed. This is Kelly Rowe. I believe you'll... Hi, everyone!
Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called in reinforcements. Wait. Xiao? Xiao, come on out!
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Scratch that.
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But,
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on date.
but my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but...
Director Who's manner is as exuberant as ever.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli?
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Heart.
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli, a consultant. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores. Spinning, he may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so...
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal...
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seemed nervous.
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the...
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! Equal numbers on both sides.
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But consider this a favor.
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the Three Nations Congenial Poetry Gala.
Yes.
Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half team. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director Hu Tao, here to help out in your...
Naturally, the more the merrier. Being the host of the festival shouldn't stop you from...
Then, it's settled. Everyone else in the audience...
What about me? Shall I keep
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be...
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our... Since this is a congenial poetry gala, should we not begin with inspiration and finish...
That's a relief.
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently.
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to inspire others. Please listen to the first line in the couplet. Lounging in luxury inside a chic...
What? He managed to think of one all...
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? Okay, I got something. Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng
Wow! Chongyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant. While the the imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a...
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. All right then. I guess I'll start the next couplet. Mind pines for Mingyun. Flesh confined to Qingse.
Oh, Chongyun, you dark horse. Looks like you can...
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to...
Oh! Soul shines like jadestone, dressed in finest silkwear.
Wow, how did Noelle do...
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with a pure...
That was a commendable couplet.
All thanks to your guidance while we were out. I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst,
down among the grassy marsh.
Lotus seed and bird eggs. What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the cup? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. I mean, but when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me think of berry and mint burst. Maybe because I...
North beyond the Starfell Lake. South across the windswept plains.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so...
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Hey now, Zhongli. Don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't...
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingxin?
Так, мне нужно снова отлучиться, так что я пойду. Так, что у нас?
Sweet dream is no dream. Yet it nurtured...
Sweet dream.
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes and ask you, what is the link between sweet dream...
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed will make you...
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet...
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out, but if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional.
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish this round moon in the heavens, full moon at night? Celebrate.
Oh, square meals in the basement.
Huh? What the?
Ah, we have ourselves a pedant's couplet. The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its...
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just...
Of course you did. I
Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles.
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lots. At pressure, the tender...
Huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. I don't think she can do that. I thought of one. Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute couple.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Huh?
Now, that's the passion we like to see.
In that case, whopper flowers can't whop jumpy
Oh, this monster's got talent.
I'm so
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts...
Wow, Noelle came up with another one. Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it. Do you really think Paimon has what it takes? Fine, Paimon will... Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts... Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe. What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to
Really?
It appears that my
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end. You did hear them?
I really enjoyed myself too. I never knew Leo is...
You were amazing today, Noelle. You did so many... Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of Clear Spring.
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Although, I do have a Have all of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me the story once. It's about a spring fairy.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her home. The boy poured out his heart to her, and she... Over time, The boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the...
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy and was never heard from again.
Oh, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old man, but he never...
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So, what do you guys think of this?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand why she...
Well, do you think she should go back and see that...
Now? But isn't he an old man by the end of the...
Isn't it a bit late? Oh, sorry. Oh.
If Paimon was that boy... Actually, Paimon would definitely want to see...
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my...
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you only match every couplet yourself and now...
I never knew you had such a... But the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme is...
Do we have to share our own...
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's...
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster, before you start peddling your classes.
It's as free as the winds that blow. Give it a try. There's no...
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon, will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to see what you write.
Oh, yes. I'll be there.
Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again.
Так.
Huh? Looks like we're a few people short today.
Morning, friends. Singcho said he wants to take some time and focus on writing poems, so he'll...
Noelle has other duties today, so she asked me to...
Oh, okay. Well, I got here really early, but I haven't...
Are you talking about the girl with the blue hair? I saw her on the bridge near Dihua Marsh during my She looked a little upset, so I didn't want to disturb her.
Upset? Oh no! What should we do? Was it something we said last night?
I agree. If she's run into some kind of...
Huh? You're all going? Then
Shall we start with the bridge? We're all here a little early.
Good idea. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Так, последняя сюжетка ивента, и, в принципе, будем потом проходить мини-игры. Мне так удобнее говорить, чем испытания, как они вышли. Так что, ну, ивент, кстати, сюжетка не такой долгий, я думал по часу. Но не такой уже долгий, в принципе.
Oh, so this is the place? We ran into her. She looked like something was weighing on her mind then.
It's also not far from where we were dropping those leaves.
Huh. Lee?
Oh, right. We were so busy matching couplets.
Interesting. I wonder. Could
What makes you...
Oh, sorry. It's just... That poem on the leaf? Kinda...
Now that you mention it, this is upstream from where we found the poem.
Huh? Hey, look! Over there! Wow, you're right! And this one has writing after that leaf!
Куда?
Why does it have to float so quickly? Can't you just fly over and grab it? But Paimon can't swim.
stopped.
Где?
We found.
Are the words still legible? Or have they been washed?
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what it says. Huh? This is related to the poem we wrote in reply yesterday. Spring. It's looking a lot like how she seems to care a lot about. Actually, when Paimon first saw her, Paimon, do you think... Is it possible that...
Based on the current and accounting for wind strength. This should be far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Kelly Rowie! Kelly Rowie! Ah! She's surrounded by hilly turtles! Let's go save her!
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Let's get it on!
Kelly Rowie, are you okay?
Ну да, одна из этих, в принципе, было видно.
What's that? It's a huge...
This is exactly what I saw the other day.
Huh? Why are you all looking at me? Oh no! My body...
That voice is definitely Callie.
How did this happen? Please wait a moment. Oh no. Did I use up too much?
How did you... What's going on here?
No. I'm so sorry for deceiving you all for so long. Actually, I'm an...
What's an Oceanid?
Ah, the Grandmaster has mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon. They all fled Fontaine after...
That's correct. Though, to tell you the truth, I have a vague impression of my ancestral home, but I can't recall. All I know is that by the time I arrived in Mondstadt, I had lost most of my power and could... Eventually, I settled in a place called Springvale, where I slowly... Springvale is a serene and beautiful place. The water that flows through there is...
So you're the Spring Fairy of Springvale?
Yes, Diona. And I remember you too, you know. When you were little, you often came to the spring at night to...
Really? You're not mess...
Your favorite little pillow, the fish one? Its name is Bubbles, is it?
Yep! All those childhood memories. So, if this is true, then all those things written on the leaves...
I see. So you were the ones who found my leaf. Well, you are correct. The Spring Fairy and Heart of...
No wonder you were asking us so many questions about... So, the boy from...
is Finch. I always loved listening to people's dreams. And still do, to this day. Whether they're beautiful, sad, or filled with... One night, a little boy came to the spring. The tears that fell... I like humans, and wanted to understand them better. I also wanted to make... Yes, we often met under the stars. Sometimes, we'd stay up all night and see who would hear the first bird chirping.
Aww, that's...
But one day, just like the book says, I saw an emotion in Finch's eye. I felt out of my depth, in uncharted waters. But I knew all too well that we Lockfolk face a... So, I fled, and never appeared...
Oh, Kelly Rowie.
My strength returns very slowly, and even after decades, I once hoped that Finch would be able to move on.
Всегда потихоньку заходит ко мне.
But after seeing so many people's stories, And hearing about all their dreams, this feeling of wanting to respond to his feelings is surging relentless. But I'm also scared. Scared that if I go and see him now, I'll bring nothing but disappointment.
It really is a difficult
Please go see him.
Huh?
I know Grandpa Finch, and he's a really kind person. When I was struggling to learn how to draw maps, he was always encouraged. He often tells me stories about his past. But I've never once seen a look of regret. And even though Grandpa Finch loves adventures, he still stands there by the spring. I believe that he's serious about his feelings for you, Miss Callie-Roe. He's never... So if you want to see him too, then... Huh? Sorry.
I understand. That settles it. I've decided. I will go back and see Finch.
You will? Amazing.
But I'd like to...
Sure. Just say the word. We'll help you and...
Would you come to Springvale with me and help to bring Finch to my... I cannot maintain this form for much longer, and I'm worried others...
Leave it to me. I'm really close with Grandpa
Also, please keep Finch's in my secret. I wouldn't...
Your secret is safe with me.
I won't tell anyone.
Great. I can't thank you.
What's wrong? Are you gonna...
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's racing. As much as I want to talk to him again, I'm still worried that A poem? Okay, good idea. And it will be called... Heart...
Are you okay?
It's nothing. I'm just scared that...
Okay, don't panic. Wait here, Callie-Roe. I'll...
Take it slow, Diona. Finch isn't a young man and I can still... hold...
Okay, stay strong. You can do it. Grandpa Finch!
Is that Diona?
Today's your special day, Grandpa Finch. Can you come with me?
Oh? Well...
Over there, to the waterfall.
Did you catch a...
Just come with me already. This is extremely important.
But I promised your father...
Grandpa Finch!
All right.
That's more like it. Now come on.
Draft's daughter is just like him.
Over here! Over here! It's okay, Grandpa.
What's all this? Even Mika's here? How's work been going? And even some friends from abroad, if I'm not...
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong Yoon. We all met at the poetry gala, and...
Finch.
That voice.
I didn't think you'd still remember.
Oh, I remember. I remember all right. Although your appearance is different than I recall. But I'm one to talk. Of course, a fairy from a fairy tale.
Oh, even after all...
I thought you were only able to appear in the dead of night.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so long, Finch.
Oh, it can't have been that long. It's been but...
Finch, would you like to hear a poem I wrote for you?
A poem? You write poetry now? Well,
In that case, let me read you a story about the spring fair. Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over. May the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind, and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
yes. All those years ago.
Finch,
It's okay. I understand. Your poem.
Thank you, Finch.
It's so beautiful.
This is a droplet of water condensed from... Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. But as long as this droplet remains with you, our hearts will always be connected. I will always be one with the spring. From this day onwards, if...
It's so romantic.
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you don't...
Does it bother you?
How could it possibly? I just worry that once I go to sleep, I won't ever...
Huh? Don't say that.
I'm only joking.
Is that right?
Grandpa Finch and Kelly look so...
Diona, thank you for fetching Finch for me. I've never forgot...
I used to chat with you a lot. Wasn't it ever annoying?
Of course not. You are one of the truest friends I have in the... That's why I gave you your gift. So that a part of me could...
Huh?
Это слышал не тот дарс коктейлем.
Wait. So is Diona's ability to mix delicious drinks from disgusting ingredients? And if so, is it all...
My physical form is a Finch.
Yes?
I've never regretted meeting you or deciding to talk to you that...
It probably goes with...
Although it was different from this gift that represents my promise and my love. I give...
Huh?
It's okay, everyone. She's gone now.
What? But... Grandpa Finch?
Don't worry now. Just like she said, she'll always be one with the...
Oh? Hey, you're all back! And it looks Hootow's a step ahead. She's already talking about printing a poetry anthology. She said she can't wait for everyone's final words because I'm itching to pull the trigger. But
Where have you all been? I've been waiting.
perhaps they lacked sufficient inspiration and wished to have an emergency communion with nature. And with any luck.
How deaf, Bard? Does this mean that right from the start you... Oh, right from the start?
Huh? Did I? Very well. Since the traveler, Diona, dear Diona, could I trouble you to fix us?
You wish. All right.
Huh? So, just what have you guys been up to all this time?
Really? Must be the breeze.
Yeah, that's right. We're just,
So even Mika's in on it? Chongyun, how about you tell me what happened on the sly? I've just remembered that I heard about a haunted house. I'm willing to bet that even your pure Yang spirit won't be able to scare off the...
I appreciate the gesture, but no thanks. And I'm starting to think that maybe this pure...
Huh? What the? What's gotten into you? Okay, that confirms it. I call shenanigans. Something...
Да. Так. Сюжет закончился. Остались игры. Но игры будут в следующем видео, так что до скорых встреч и пока-пока.